That joke never gets old.
Oh my god. Like the boots of...
totally staying in, too.
Yeah. And the boots of levitation.
Yeah.
They're the boots of peeing.
I didn't even want to know.
They were
They're
boots of
peeing.
levitation. My cousin was like 12 and he pronounced it wrong.
He spelt it wrong.
Yeah, he spelled it levitation.
So you put the boots on, and when they worked, they were just peeing. They were boots that peed.
You put them on, you just instantly pee forever and you take it off. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies.
Welcome back to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I am your host, Maester Ironwood, and shockingly, I am here with both of my co-hosts today, Widow Wolfsbane and Lady Wyvern.
Hi,
How are you guys
guys.
doing?
We're doing great now.
Much better.
Yeah.
All right, so we've survived bouts with the flu.
Yes.
We've survived death and snowmageddon
Yep.
here in upstate New York. So
It's been fun.
to venture here
been
to
interesting.
podcast and record Tyrion chapter blah 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 4 or 5 whatever.
Tyrion something of Merv kind.
Why are we losing track all of a
I
sudden?
just completely forgot to look up what number Tyrion chapter it is. I think it's.
I've been really good at keeping track of it until like
it's
the
5.
last. I think it's
5 because 4 was when he was at Winterfell.
yeah. I think so.
So we'll say 5.
Yeah, because Tyrion 1 was at Winterfell. Tyrion 2 was on the road to the wall.
Tyrion 3 was at the wall.
Tyrion 4 was back at Winterfell.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is Tyrion
And then
5.
so Tyrion 5. This
Yep.
must be Tyrion 5.
This has got to be Tyrion 5.
Or was Tyrion 4 not at Winterfell because that was a Bran chapter, not a Tyrion chapter?
That was it.
That was it?
Oh shit.
That was...
shit.
The title and the show notes will have the proper Tyrion number in them.
We just don't know it today.
Ignore the fact that we have no fucking clue what Tyrion number chapter this is
We'll figure it out.
while we're discussing it.
Yes. Yeah, we didn't look it up beforehand. We were not proactive in that
It's
sense.
Tyrion in captivity. How's that?
Ooh. That's a good show title, too.
That's a possible good show title.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
We'll keep it in the back of our
Yeah,
brains.
we'll do this show title at the end, like always. But before we start, I want to thank our patrons who continue to show us support.
Thank
Which
you guys.
is awesome. It's kind of amazing that people will take their hard-earned money and just kind of throw it at us for sitting around these microphones.
And talking.
I just
talking
see,
a bunch of nonsense about books that we would do anyway.
Yes.
Regardless of that. So
And now
that's
we're getting paid
super
for it.
awesome. So thank
Yep.
you guys.
Thank you.
And also thank you to George for writing kick-ass books.
Indeed.
That
Yes.
that are worth sitting around
Is
and
this like
talking
the
about.
Thanksgiving episode we're doing right now?
I
the
just-
late Thanksgiving?
I just think
He's
it's
in a
kinda
good
nice
mood.
to thank our
Let him
people.
go.
I'm just saying, we're just being really thankful right now.
The patrons
He's
give
not-
us money, and without George, we wouldn't have the
He's
podcast
happy
to do.
we're all here and we're doing this together.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of thankfulness going around, and I don't have turkey and cranberry sauce. So, I'm confused.
Well, those are the two worst parts of Thanksgiving. You got to have mashed potatoes and fucking pumpkin pie. I mean, that's what Thanksgiving's really about.
Nope.
And a Dallas,
disagree.
and a
We can't be
Dallas
friends.
and a Dallas Cowboys game.
I disagree
We can't be
with both
friends.
of you because I just eat the dinner rolls.
I literally, that's it. All I need is a dinner roll, some turkey, some stuffing, and some cranberry sauce.
Okay, now we've all
Make a
mentioned-
sandwich.
now we've all said we have to have the carbs. Okay,
Yes. Oh, yeah, carbs.
It's gotta be the carbs.
and a Dallas Cowboys game.
I mean, I could...
It's Thanksgiving. I
crickets.
gotta have my Cowboys
I heard
game.
the crickets. I heard the crickets.
Yeah, you heard those?
I've got to have my Cowboys game on Thanksgiving.
You've gotta add crickets. in
I'm
there.
okay with any game.
No, I don't.
No,
I'm personally okay with any
really
game.
Fine with the fucking.
We don't
Detroit
watch
Lions game.
football.
I'm okay with Monopoly.
We don't watch football. We go in the back and shoot guns.
There's that too. I mean, we do that at my parents' house too. We go outside, we take the pew-pews and have some target practice. I haven't been wearing enough low-cut shirts to outweigh my tangenting.
It's a true story, folks.
Yeah.
True story. She's been wearing scrub tops, which is,
It's a little too high cut.
Nurse
No,
things.
but they're
The nurse fantasy's
tight.
the nurse fantasy's all right, but I like.
It was never
I like,
your thing,
I like
though.
slutty librarian with like unbuttoned white shirt.
And
Yeah.
with big glasses and
Yeah.
Well, not big glasses, but...
Hey, sure,
I have my,
big
like, cat
glasses,
eye
whatever,
glasses.
it's fine.
Same in big bottle cap
Throw
glasses.
on fucking Janine glasses from Ghostbusters. I'm down with that. Whatever.
It works. It
As
works.
long as your shirt's unbuttoned and you got big boobs, he doesn't care what's on your face.
Yeah,
It's fair.
Exactly.
It's fair.
Then who's looking at the face? I mean,
Wait,
let's
no.
be honest.
Not care until we get to, like, the herp kind of thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big noticeable thing that you
Okay,
can't
what
really...
you're wearing on your face.
Yeah, okay, alright.
Glasses is glasses. That's
Yeah.
fine. Whatever. Like I said, throw on some Janine glasses from Ghostbusters. I'm down with that.
All right,
I kind of want them.
guys.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
I don't know about the haircut, though.
No, no.
Like, redheads are awesome, but then redhead, I need to speak to a manager haircut. I'm not really down with that.
No, yeah, I can't do that.
Nope.
Reel it back in, guys. Wow.
Oh my
I don't
God.
even know who started that one. Just reel it back in.
You started that one.
Did I?
Yes.
You did. That's why you don't know who did it. Because you did it. If you don't know which one of us started it, it was you. Like, 1 out of 3 people has a weird friend. If you don't know who that weird friend is, it's you.
Unfortunately, we're all the weird friends.
Also,
We
a
are.
story.
Yes.
We're all the weird friends here.
Well, of course we are. We sit around twice a week and fucking talk about a book. Because
That's
that's kind of awesome people we are.
Yeah.
Listen, my mom's boyfriend thinks it's the most amazing thing ever. Although he also thought we were LARPing.
Tyrion would be proud. Speaking of Tyrion,
Speaking of Tyrion, we're doing a Tyrion chapter today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And before we get started, we do need to welcome Widow back with a Westeros weather report.
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and give us the weather?
Alright, so on the Westerosi weather, it's a little rainy today, and there's a chance of people's blood getting splattered all over you. So it's a really intense day out there, guys. First it's gonna rain like a motherfucker, and then a little later in the day, it's just gonna be blood spatter
so it's
everywhere.
Gonna be nice
But at least
rain.
there's rain to wash away the blood spatter.
This is true.
There's a river.
There's a river.
that too, but there's
Yeah.
also rain to wash away the blood.
So you'll be able to get the blood off of you, but just know it's probably gonna get in your eyes. It's gonna burn a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be nice warm rain.
It's true.
Blood rain.
Now, is it a warm rain?
Blood's a warm rain.
Well,
Blood is a warm rain.
But the rain coming
No, it's
in
cold.
the sky.
It's a
I'm
cold
assuming
rain.
it's
They're in the
cold 'cause
mountains.
They're in the mountains.
Yeah, it's a cold rain in the mountains, you guys.
Yeah,
it's cold rain.
Cold, shitty rain. That's
All
like
right.
an upstate New York rain. Fuck that
So
shit.
we're gonna have some hard nipples and some warm blood.
The only hard nipples are Catelyn Tully. I don't even know if we want
The guy's
that.
got hard nipples too.
Yeah, but I don't want to see Brown's nipples.
Are you
I
sure
think
about
you
that?
do. I think
No,
you don't
I
want to see Sir
really don't.
Roderick's nipples.
Well, I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see any of the dude's nipples.
He's probably got them pierced.
Oh my god, Roderick Wood. The mutton chops and pierced nipples. Oh my god.
and he's got him connected by, like, a fucking garrote so he can, like, take it off real quick and, like, choke somebody out with it.
Yes. Yes.
Or maybe that's Bronn.
That'd probably be Bronn. That'd be Bronn doing
Then
that.
you'd want to see.
Although,
it.
according to the show, I think it's more likely that it's Euron that has his nipples pierced. Because he's
That's-
like fucking
yeah.
Eurotrash rock star Euron.
Yeah.
He'd only have one done. Because that's more edgy to have just one done.
Oh, but he has that, like, connected
So,
to something.
it probably
He would connect it to his nose ring.
Oh, he's got
his
it connected
nose
to his
ring or
nose
his
ring.
earring.
Yeah, so no, he's got it to his earring or his nose.
Or both.
Because then it goes down into his shirt and you're like, where does that chain go?
Is it his nipple or his balls? One of the-
Yeah, one of the two. We just can't tell how far.
your head real quick.
Oh god, those poor boys.
Oh, man.
We're
All right.
bad today.
Yeah. I don't know if we're
But
gonna
it's
get through
really
this
good conversation though.
We'll try. We'll
Let's see
try.
how it goes.
We'll
But
see
you
how
guys
it
still have
goes.
to read the second one.
Yeah, well, Tyrion's a long chapter.
Tyrion was a long chapter. The argument
Yeah.
was pretty quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
All right, so let's jump into Tyrion now that we've discussed the weather.
It's not that
Yes.
deep of a jump, unfortunately.
It's really not.
Well, I mean, is he-
Well, he's in the mountains.
What are you cracking short jokes about?
Oh, you did make a short joke. Oh, I missed it. Oh, damn it. Now I'm disappointed in myself.
You should be. You should.
I should be.
That.
Goodness.
All right, so Tyrion has... Okay, so basically this starts off... So we're going to jump back like 3 weeks in time
Yes.
Okay.
from the 2 chapters that we just went through.
Back to Catelyn.
Back
chapter.
to Cat, like immediately after
Fucking
Catelyn
Catelyn
calls
Tully.
for the people to seize Tyrion. We jump right back
Yes.
to that moment.
Yes.
So we're going back 2 months, like 2 weeks in time, give or take.
Yes.
Because there's another 2 weeks down to the tourney.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we just went through the tourney.
So it's been at least 2-3 weeks.
Right.
Yes. So they've been on the road for this time.
No, we're jumping
no.
back in time. This chapter goes right
Oh,
back
that's
to
right.
that
It goes
moment.
back. Yeah. So it's back where after they left because they're there and then they go.
The way
okay.
I figure it is,
All
she
right.
gets to the Vale like right around the time of the tourney.
Oh,
So, like, this
fair.
chapter
Okay.
probably covers, like, a good 2 to 3 weeks of travel time.
Yeah.
Because they do say he's
Because
writing a lot.
Yeah, so...
And she fucking killed 3 horses in this chapter along the way of just tough riding.
Well, and she also got 3 of her men killed.
That too.
So...
Yeah,
But not
so she
yet.
fucking sucks.
Not yet. Okay,
right.
so we get to... We're at the moment where...
He's talking about being seized. Because
He's
they're
talking
killing
about the
his
guys
horse.
butchering his horse because his horse died.
Okay, so we have one paragraph about that, and then we jump back to...
Yeah, then we jump backwards. Yeah, so we're at the first horse death, and his horse... It's Tyrion's horse.
Which Jaime gave him.
Yes, is being
for his
skinned.
23rd name day.
Yep.
Is being cut apart by Chicken.
Yep. They've been choosing for meat.
Eating the fucking meat raw.
Oh god, with his yellow teeth.
Yeah, disgusting. Like, horse meat, bad enough. Like, Dothraki horse meat, like, that's what they eat, bad enough.
Yeah.
But then they're eating it raw. Like, he's eating it raw.
And you can say, I'm bad. Yeah, so they're
You
raw
tangent.
meat.
She just takes pictures of the cats the whole episode.
I know, I tangent, she plays with the cats.
Yeah. God damn it, people.
I'm sorry. I'm sober.
Yeah, well, just when you and I are in the same room together, I either tangent or you just play with the cats.
Yeah, that.
But when
happens.
neither one of us is not here, neither of us do either of those things.
That's true.
Yeah, he's normally being kicked off the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when Lady is not here, Widow doesn't tangent.
Yeah.
I need to put a wall here, honey.
Plexiglass.
All right.
Ooh.
So we're eating horse.
Yes.
Because awesome.
Yummy.
Poor, 20-year-old mare horse.
Well, he's in his 30s.
Not that old.
He's in his 30s.
If he got the horse when he's 23.
Tyrion's in his late 20s.
Oh, is he in his late 20s?
He's late, because Ned's 35.
Yeah, I thought he was 32.
Jaime's older than Tyrion, and Jaime's younger than Ned.
Oh, okay. Alright, see, I'm sitting here thinking Tyrion's 31 or 32.
No, I'm assuming
like
10-year-old
20s,
and Jaime gave it to him for his 23rd name day. So I'm assuming the horse is 5 or 6.
Or probably a little older than that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he probably didn't get it as a foal.
Yeah.
It was
probably a trained horse already, so it's probably already 3 or 4.
2, 3, somewhere in there.
But
Yeah,
anyways, the horse is
age.
dead.
Well, now the horse is dead, yes.
The horse is dead.
Yep.
Was a good horse.
And
now a dead horse.
They don't even end up saving the meat for dinner. They end up leaving the carcass with everything else. They don't end up eating the horse.
No, they eat it. I mean, they just take what they need for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they didn't say that. But anyways, yeah.
Well, the way
I assume they didn't leave it all.
Yeah, I assume they don't leave it all
took
because
some.
he's butchering it and he's not leaving much behind.
Okay.
The way that they worded it. So
Okay, the way I
probably
read it
slapping
is
some salt
they
on
got
it and-
the way I
Yeah.
read it was they got distracted before they could do anything with it.
yeah, and they did. They got distracted before they could probably finish the whole thing. I mean, butchering a horse is going to take 3 or 4 hours.
Now, what did they get distracted by?
They got distracted by going back in time in Tyrion's mind, in my world.
Yeah, we got that. Okay, so we transport back in time to Tyrion thinking about how shitty it was for Catelyn that
He's just hanging out.
only 12 of the 50 men that were in there who were bannermen of her father stood up and took up her call.
Yeah.
He's wow, she doesn't even realize how shitty of a ratio that is, which is true.
It's true.
But it was-
Real
but it
shitty
was
ratio.
enough.
Yeah.
It was enough for her.
It was enough for her.
It was enough for her to get
She
get
feels good
himself.
about it.
Yeah.
Well, she's overly confident in this whole scenario.
Yep.
Yeah, well, because
Which will
everyone's...
get her killed.
Everyone here is mostly Southerners, and they're all yeah, we're not gonna fuck over Tywin Lannister. It's not happening.
Yeah, a lot of
Except
people
for
don't want to.
but the
Yeah.
people that did are loyal to her father and her husband.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but 2 of the Freys stood up, but then sat back down.
Well, yeah, because the captain didn't
the
stand up.
captain was just kind of yeah, no.
The Freys
No.
always end up siding with whoever is winning.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
late Walter
Oh,
Frey.
yeah.
Yeah. So the captain's I'm just gonna sit here and see if Tyrion's pickups arms or Catelyn's people wins, and then I'll figure out what side I'm gonna be on.
Yeah, and Tyrion's man was about to start fighting.
Yeah.
And Tyrion, put his arm down, nope, not the way to go.
Yeah, he's like,
we're
dude,
not gonna die this
we
way.
ain't got time for that today.
Yeah, I don't want to die right now.
Yep.
Let's let that wait a little bit.
So let her take me captive, and
Yep.
they'll find us along the King's Road.
Yep, because she tells him we're going to Winterfell. And
Yep.
she's like, who among you will help me take him to Winterfell to await justice? And so then we get on the road, and we're heading around, and...
He's got a
He's
bag over his head.
He's got a mask over.
blindfolded
Yep.
and tied up, And then his blindfold is removed, and he sees that he's in the mountains.
And he's like, this isn't how you get to Winterfell, you guys.
Road. And he's like, oh, I thought we were heading to Winterfell.
And Catelyn's like, yeah, I said that loudly and often because we're not fucking going there.
Right.
Yep.
And he's like...
False trail, false trail.
So Tyrion, who is super smart, is...
He's butthurt.
Well, not just that, but he's like giving Catelyn credit for outsmarting him. Which, to be honest, she fucking did.
Yeah, she did.
So he gives her credit here.
She outsmarted him big time.
She outsmarted him here, and then a couple pages later, he's like, and I overestimated this dumb bitch, and we're good. And now we're back to par.
And that's the Catelyn Stark I know.
Yep.
Catelyn Tully. We don't call her Catelyn Stark on the show. Yeah, there's Catelyn Tully and Sansa Tully. The other ones can be Starks.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
John is more of a Stark than those two.
I broke the rule.
Yeah, he's more of a Stark than any of them.
Yeah, it's true.
But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Because John is legitimately more of a Stark than them.
Like I said, later.
Listen, we haven't gone on a tangent about that in quite some time. We're almost due.
Let's get through at least half the chapter before we go on a tangent.
Alright, fine. Alright, but yeah, so we go through there. He's now being brought through the mountains, and we get brought back to reality by one of the guys being like, "Riders!"
Yeah, we hear footsteps. We hear horsey steps.
Yep.
Lots of horsey steps.
25 men.
I hear the coconuts in my head from Monty Python. Clunk. That's what I hear when I read the chapter.
You've ridden the length and breadth of the land.
Yes!
Ridden? You've got 2 hours of coconut and you're banging them together.
Oh my god, yes. Yep.
Halfway through the chapter.
Sorry, but
no, that was
any
funny,
chance for a Monty Python drop, you gotta take it.
Yeah, see?
I know.
Yeah, I love Monty Python. But yeah, so we have the two guys with coconuts, like, running up and, like, you know, trying to scare them, and the guys are like, shit, we're being attacked!
Yep.
So then they start getting arms together.
And,
and
what
Tyrion,
happens to, what's his name, Marillion?
He
hides
cries.
A little bitch.
Yeah, he turns into a baby.
He's a singer. He's there to make a song out of the conflict.
He wanted to go on an adventure.
A lordling dwarf who fights while Marillion hides like a little bitch.
He hides under a dead horse.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's like King Theoden in Lord of the Rings. In the Return of the King.
Oh,
where he's just laying under his horse like a little bitch.
Well, he was broken.
I mean, granted, fine, he was crushed under his horse and couldn't move, but still. It's like exactly the same thing.
Listen, alright.
Granted. Alright.
Tangent.
Back from the Lord of the Rings to our current story.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, there's a lot of Lord of the Rings influence in these books, so we can go there.
We've also been watching them a lot lately.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because they're on Netflix right now.
I have them on DVD.
I have them on my Plex server. So.
I have all 3 extended edition DVDs.
So we've got a battle.
Yes. So there's some shit happening, and Sir Roderick's on a horse. I don't know. Sir Roderick's on a horse.
Sir Roderick is leading the charge. Up there in the front with him is BRONN. And Tyrion's man, what? Jake or whatever his name is. I don't know how to fucking say it.
I keep wanting to say it's Jack, but it's not an A, so I think it's Jick. I think it's Jick.
Yeah, it's like Jick or
Jake. Like Dick, but with a J. It's Jick.
So it's giant
Jick the Dick.
So he must have a giant dick.
Yes.
So they call him Jick.
Okay. Exactly, yeah, because this is obviously not his real name. His name is Giant Dick.
You guys are something else.
Like Big Ricky on Magic Mike.
I have no idea who that is.
Big Ricky is the not black guy. Alright, but yeah, so Tyrion's sitting there on the ground, and he's like, Catelyn, give me a fucking weapon. Yeah, give me a weapon. Like, I learned how to fight once upon a time. Like, let me do something.
He probably did
train
how to fight.
My own life?
Yeah, that's his thing, is that he just doesn't want a guy to come up and, like, stab him.
He's not armed. He's got his hands tied behind his back, and he's not armed.
Well, if he wants to die, he wants to die.
He wants to die like a man.
Yeah, he doesn't want people,
as much of a man as he can be at 3.5 feet tall.
Oh.
Wow, shots fired.
Seriously.
Shots fired.
That wasn't even a short joke. That was just like Tyrion hating.
Wow.
That's only for Tyrion, I swear.
Guys, I don't think that was aimed at Tyrion. I think that was aimed at me.
She's like 4'11", so I mean.
I'm telling you. You guys hate short people. It's not that she hates short people, you guys. It's just that she hates me, but she's aiming it at Tyrion right now. The number of tangents I've gone on already is, like,
look, just because
obnoxious.
She lays down and her boobs are taller than Tyrion.
Oh my god. I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right. So Catelyn says, okay, but you have Catelyn Tully.
Catelyn fucking Tully.
Okay, I will untie you and give you a weapon, but you have to promise to lay down your weapons after we survive this.
I like how, like,
I don't trust your word or your honor, but on your word and your honor, swear to me that you'll lay down this fucking weapon after we're done.
Because he's like, I give you my word, I knew nothing about your son, and, like, that someone was trying to kill him, and she goes, she literally wanted to spit in his face as opposed to hear his word.
Yeah, and he's like, look, I never bet against my family, and she's like, and you can see it in her eyes, she's like, she knows this.
Yeah.
She knows he's telling the truth.
Yeah, he literally tells her, he goes, so... Who did Littlefinger tell you I betted against in the tourney? Like, when my brother, like, I won the dagger when my brother was unhorsed? Yeah? That makes sense to you?
Yeah, like, of the two people you know, like, she's like, but Littlefinger would never lie to me.
And he goes, oh, yeah, like, he hasn't talked
to everybody.
Yeah, and he's like, and Tyrion's like, oh, yeah, like, he hasn't talked about your cunt at court.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't even hers, it was her sister.
They don't know that.
He doesn't know that. He was drunk on the milk of the poppy. He thinks it was fucking Catelyn.
Yeah, he thinks he fucked Catelyn. And he's telling everybody that he fucked Catelyn. And she goes, well, he wanted my hand in marriage. She goes, that's not the part of your body he's talking about.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about your hand. He was talking about the nice big titties.
The nice big titties and the nice the fire between.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Lady, he's talking about your sheath.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
What? You can't tell me you haven't thought about the fact that a penis and a penis, a sword, and a sheath, and a vagina, and like...
No!
What?
You've never thought about that?
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right. That's fair.
She does arm him.
Yes.
With an axe.
We kind of completely skipped over that conversation, though.
Yeah.
Well, you just had the conversation.
We just discussed it.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, we just went over it.
We just went over it in, like, the quick 5 minutes. But, you know.
And it's a good thing that she arms him.
Yeah.
Because he ends up being the one to save her fucking life.
Yeah, he does.
Which, by the way, Tyrion, what the fuck, dude? Let the cunt die.
Seriously, dude. If you had let her die...
Out of my misery.
But then he'd had to find his own way back.
That's fine. He still has to end up finding his own way back anyway.
He has BRONN.
He's got BRONN.
He's got BRONN there. And he'd be like, listen, I'm a Lannister, you're a sellsword, we'll be friends.
Got fucking gold in my pocket.
Yeah, he's like, listen, this ring on my finger...
So he should have let her die, but he found himself going to defend her anyways.
Because he's an actual, like,
he's
honorable dude, just like Jaime.
He's not a piece of shit like she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a much better person than she is.
Yeah.
She would have defended him only because she needs him to live so she can kill him later.
She literally stated that...
She would have defended him.
She wouldn't have defended him. She literally stated, he goes, listen, you can't keep wearing the horses out like this. 3 horses have died. You can't keep pushing people like this because I might die. Like, I'm small and weak. And she goes, well, maybe the point of this is because I want to kill you.
Maybe the point of the whole fucking adventure is your death.
Yeah. So she wants him to die.
In the end, she wants him to die anyways, but...
Yeah, so, I mean...
What happens if it's a little sooner?
She's a shit person. Tyrion's so much better of a person because she would not...
I do agree with that.
She would not have jumped in and attacked 3 grown men to save Tyrion.
She couldn't even defend herself.
Right, whereas Tyrion, a little fucking dwarf, jumps in and attacks 3 grown men to save her.
That's because the guys with the swords don't swing low enough.
I mean, that's fair. Oh my God.
I would take off your head, dwarf, if it stood a little taller from the ground.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And we're back to the Lord of the Rings.
We need oh my God, you need to put a counter on this episode. Like every time she makes a short joke, just be like 1, 2.
I'm doing the video version.
Horrible.
Yes. Oh my God, you are. You like how? Like that's like the 3rd or 4th short joke you made about Tyrion tonight.
What short person pissed you off?
Seriously, someone must have pissed in your Cheerios in the last couple of weeks because you weren't this bad at the last chapter.
Supervisor.
Was I this bad or was I this good?
Oh, it's like a fire. Did I make it better or worse? Oh God.
Oh boy. All right. So.
Oh my God.
We have some people killed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, whatever.
One of Tyrion's men.
Tyrion's man, Jick. Jack or Jake.
The Dick.
Yeah.
The 2 men from...
Giant Dick Jick.
Yeah, that's right.
The 2 men from...
2 of the men from the tavern.
2 of the men from Harrenhal.
Harrenhal, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I know it starts with an H.
Brackens.
2 of the Brackens.
Yep.
I only remember that because it sounds like Kraken.
Of course you do.
Yeah, anyway.
I like some squid.
I'm not a calamari fan.
Oh my god. Well, I was thinking more of Dickoff, but whatever. I like Dickoff's actor.
Sorry, I did not mean to cough on the...
Alright, so yeah, we have some deaths. They run off
But now they have more horses than they need.
the mountain people. And
Yeah.
they have extra horses now because people have died.
Who would have thought? 3 people died, and now they have... 3 people died, so now they have 4
enough
horses.
Yeah, now
Yep.
they have enough horses.
And the people, and as they're going through and they're salvaging all the stuff from the dead people,
Yep,
they
Bronn's
realize
taking some real nice boots.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Off of Jick.
Yep.
people got
Jick
some,
the dick.
Because
people got some nice cloaks. We never talked about what Tyrion did to Marillion. That was my favorite part.
Oh, we did it. We went right over that.
When
Alright,
go for it.
When the dead horse falls on Marillion, Tyrion goes over and steps on his hand because Marillion's screaming for help, and he goes, "Shut up and play dead." It breaks his hand, just steps on him.
Yep.
I would have done the exact same thing.
I don't think I've had my hand stepped on by a legitimate 500-pound horse.
But remember,
It did not break my fingers.
Yeah.
It's rocky ground, and Marillion's a skinny, frail kid, and I'm pretty sure
That's fair.
Tyrion put some oomph behind it, as much oomph
He
as
prob-
this guy could.
I don't think his hands are get broken.
Yeah. I think he's
badly
probably
broke
just
the hand.
bruised.
He broke a few ribs, though. The horse
He did break-
land on him.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
horse falls
that's-
down.
And
You're
it
gonna
just
crack some ribs.
so happened
Oh,
to
yeah.
be his playing hand.
Oh, that's
That's
sad.
unfortunate.
Oh.
Oops. Tyrion must have
But
miscalculated
he
that.
did,
I guess
he
he
did
would've
get
played
a
the
really
Rings of Castamere.
nice
Yes,
cloak
sir.
out of the deal, though.
He
Yes.
did. Yeah, he did.
And
I
Bronn
like-
got some nice boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Some
And
Lannister boots.
Mhm.
I hate to say it, but throughout the entire thing with all the scavenging, all I could think of is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god,
You're
yes.
getting the points for
That's-
the boots, and you're stealing the money, and
Yes!
you're leveling up. You've
I
got
don't
this
know.
nice new cloak.
I've only
Yes.
played it once, and the time I played it once was with your dad, and we did nothing for 6 hours.
Oh my god, I know. That's why my
that
game's
was
gonna be
a-
so much better.
That was such a fluke. That
Yeah.
was
We
such a
legit
fluke.
did nothing for 6 hours.
I know, my dad's so bad at Dungeons and Dragons.
Your dad is
He's
way too meticulous.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, alright, so for the Dungeons and Dragons fans out there, you know that there's the 2 types of people. There's the meticulouses, and then there's the hack and slashers. And her dad does not know what hack and slash means.
Everyone at the table's a hack and slash except for my dad.
Yes,
And
and,
of course
he's
he
the
was
one that
in
control.
control.
Yeah, he's the one that's control.
He's the party leader.
He's not the DM, but he's the party leader.
Yeah,
He's got the 2
he
main
says,
characters.
You go do this, you go do that, and yeah.
Yeah.
And by go do this, he means go stand by that tree and wait for 6 hours.
Yes. Well, I figured out this very complex wizarding problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, do that on your own time.
And then he's got to go polish his bow.
Oh, oop, well, yes.
Whoa, whoa,
Woo!
That's a joke
Your
from our
mother.
first campaign. That's
Your mother's face. Whoosh.
That's a joke from our first
Well, look, her
campaign
mother
when I
plays a
was
whore, so-
13.
Oh my god.
So that joke never gets old.
Oh my god.
That's-
Like the
that
boots
joke is
of,
totally staying in, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the boots of levitation.
Yeah.
They're the boots of
I
peeing.
didn't even want to know.
They were
They're
boots of
boots of peeing.
levitation. My cousin was like 12 and he pronounced it wrong. And called
He spelt it wrong.
Yeah, he spelled it levitation. So.
So you put the boots on, and when they worked, they were just peeing. They were boots that peed.
You put them on, you just instantly pee forever and you take
Yeah.
it off. Awesome.
Yep, yeah. Boots were always just sopping wet with urine.
Solid pair
Because
of
he
boots.
spelled it wrong, the DM told him he couldn't change it.
Yeah, yep. DM's like, nope, you got pissy boots now. Shut the fuck up.
Now, do the boots pee?
The boots pee.
Or does a person
No,
pee
the
when they put the
boots.
boots
The boots
on?
pee.
You put the boots
The
on and you
boots.
just leave
So
urine
yeah,
puddles
so like
everywhere.
as you're walking, all that's left is like little puddles of urine every time you take
Well,
a
I would
step.
just take those boots off because your enemy's just gonna fucking
He
track
didn't
you.
have any other shoes.
You go barefoot.
I would go
You
barefoot.
go Hobbit style.
Yeah.
He was 12. He wanted the boots on.
All right.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right. So not as cool as Bronze boots.
No.
He
No,
gets some
that's
really
cool.
nice, supple, oiled leather boots.
Very
Yes.
thick leather.
Thick,
Yeah.
strong leather,
Mhm.
nice and warm from the mountains of the moon.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Bron, fucking hell yeah, pick up those nice boots.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying.
Mhm.
Fucking pilfer that shit right there.
Yeah, and then Catelyn wants to stick around to bury the dead.
Yeah, she's like, guys, we have to bury these. These are noble people and hard fighters. And I'm like, bitch, you don't even know them.
And everybody else is like, listen, bitch, we gotta get moving, because, like, they're gonna fucking come back, and then we're gonna have to fight more of them.
I just like
And
what
since she
Bronn
cowered in the
said.
fucking corner,
Yeah.
like, the rest of us have to fight them. So,
Yeah, she
let's
cowered in the
fucking
corner
go.
and Tyrion had to save her ass by killing
Yes.
3 men.
Yeah.
My favorite part was that Bronn's just like, he goes, listen, he goes, you can stay here and you can bury them. He goes, but I've got more important shit to do because I got more important things to do, like breathing.
Yeah, than dying for you.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's right, Bronn, you be salty. Oh, I want to bring up the one other thing right before, at the end of the fight scene too, is that them telling Tyrion when they hand him the axe.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've never used an axe before, what the fuck is this? They're like, just pretend it's chopping wood. And they're like, what? What Lannister chops wood?
Yeah, Tyrion's never chopped a piece of wood in his life.
No.
The only one he plays.
I mean, I'm sure
between his legs.
I was saying, I'm sure Oh my god, I'm proud of you. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he split some legs in his day, but not some logs.
Now, I wonder how many whores have given him the distant relative.
I would imagine quite a few.
Probably quite a few.
I watched The Tudors last night, and Anne Boleyn gave King Henry the distant relative.
Yes!
She was like, I'm gonna honor you, and I'm like, oh god, she's gonna punch him, and then she gives him the distant relative, and I was like, oh! It was even better.
Nice.
Oh my god, guys.
We're terrible.
Hilarious.
It was good. It was worth it. Alright. But yeah, so poor Tyrion here, he's trying to figure out, and then he thinks about it too while he's in the midst of fighting. He like breaks some guy's arm or leg or what, I don't remember. But he's just like, it was like a rotten log. And I'm like, you wouldn't even know what a rotten log feels like, dude.
Yeah, probably not.
So, I don't know.
Whatever, it works for him. He survives, he kills some people, he saves Catelyn.
It's true.
He saves himself.
He
saves Marillion.
Saves Marillion, unfortunately.
Like Tyrion, like fucking hero of the battle.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Why don't they have it like Marillion needs to write a song about that battle?
Yeah. Maybe he will.
Maybe he better.
He'll just never play again.
He'll have to learn how to play lefty.
Maybe he'll go flying out of the moon door.
He's gonna have to learn how to play distant relative.
Maybe he'll go flying out the moon door, huh?
I hope so. Make the bad musician fly.
He's been clawing at my leg trying to get up.
Now Maester Ironwood's playing with the pussy today. Oh god.
I do enjoy playing with
You're doing it live, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it live!
We're doing it live!
We'll do it live! A Bill O'Reilly reference for all you out there.
Nope.
Crazy motherfucker he is.
Yeah, he is. Hi, Sir Mouthy. We need to get him some armor, so when we do the podcast live and he jumps up onto the counters, he at least jumps up in some armor.
You have to make it out of tinfoil, though.
Tinfoil and cardboard.
I think a leather jerkin with a tinfoil helmet.
Yes, okay. I can make that. I can make that.
He doesn't need armor. I think
just make him the leather vest.
No, it'll be nice and light.
I think he's from the north. I think a leather jerkin is good enough for him.
I think so too. He's not he can't be from the north. He's Sir Mouthy. He's a knight.
Well, there's Sir
Waymar Royce.
Well, there's Sir. Well, he's not from the north, but he's from the Vale. But there's Waymar Manderley, who's a knight, and he's in the north.
Oh, because Jory's not a knight, right?
Jory's not a knight.
Okay.
No,
he would be a knight if he were in the south.
He's just a knight hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very needy.
He is very needy.
Yeah, that's what I did there.
I see you did there.
He's doing it to my
Listen, I hate to break it to you, Fred, but their legs do not make great biscuits.
All right, so
they're meat biscuits.
Catelyn is refusing to leave until
something happens with these guys.
Until Sir Roderick's like, okay, bitch, listen.
Yeah.
I've been following you step by step in this fucking craziness.
I've never disagreed with you yet.
From beginning to end, but these other people are right. You're a fucking moron. We gotta fucking leave before we all get fucking killed. And he's got a hole
in his neck.
Yeah. He's got a hole in his neck and a gash on his arm. Yeah. So like
he wants to go get medical attention.
He's done with her shit. He's like, bitch, half my bicep is hanging off my arm, and you want me to pick up rocks to bury these fuckers? No, thank you.
I should have stayed with Rob.
Yes. He was like, God damn it, Rob wouldn't do this to me.
I should have let Theon take you, because then he would have died, and then all good.
The others have you.
Theon would have died. Catelyn would have died. The whole book series would be over by now.
No, not the whole book series, just Catelyn's story. That'd be fun. Yeah. Although then we don't get Lady Stoneheart.
We don't get Lady Stoneheart. We also don't get Dickoff.
We also don't get Dickoff. See, that's the problem, right? You have to get through 3.5 books of Catelyn
to get Dickoff.
You get Lady Stoneheart.
Oh, that's true. I'll say we don't need that long to get to Dickoff, do we?
Do her chapters come up as Lady Stoneheart after that?
Yeah, she has Lady Stoneheart chapters.
Okay. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, actually, not her chapter. She's in Brienne's chapters.
Okay.
Oh.
Brienne runs into Lady Stoneheart.
Yeah. I was like, how does that work? Because she can't talk.
Yeah, no, she's like... She sounds like.
She's Cookie Monster.
Oh my god, she's Cookie Monster. Oh, cookie good. Stick it in my throat hole. Cookie. Oh my god.
I mean,
Oh.
She's a walking Pez dispenser.
I was gonna say, I was just thinking about, like...
Okay, so she's finally convinced to leave.
Mm-hmm. They make it half a mile away before they hear the shadow...
The shadow cat?
Shadow cats.
Tearing
at the bodies.
Yeah. That's one of those things that fucks you up, kinda. Like, I was standing on my deck last night, or the night before, and I heard the coyotes on the other side of the river, and I'm like, oh, I need to go inside.
I'm wondering why we have shadow, because the only other place we have shadow cats is above the wall.
Maybe it's because this is just...
You can see the wall from the earring, can't you?
No, this is way too... Yeah. I think that
there
my
might
only...
be another breed of shadow cats.
Well, I mean... They might be smaller than the ones that you would see above the wall, like how wolves are still normal sized, like that far south. Like, they don't have dire wolves, like, they might not be as big. But because this is, like, such a, like, wildernessy kind of area, that's the only reason I can think of is why they would still be there, is because it's literally so mountainous and it's so whatever that people don't go there enough to have hunted them out to extinction.
Totally possible.
So, how much of this chapter is actually chapter and how much of it's actually tangent?
I think we did pretty good. We're just a little over an hour recording, an hour and 6 minutes, and I think we got a good solid 50 minutes of... I mean, I'm going to leave... some of the tangents are related, so I'm going to leave it in.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that's a good 60-40%. 60% tangent, 40% chapter.
Like, I'm half tempted to start posting the uncut versions
yes.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
And see who listens to them and who thinks that they're hilarious.
I really want to hear the shit we put Maester through.
Yes.
Yeah, like, literally just post the uncut version up there just for patrons. If they want
I think we should do
versions.
that. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think uncut versions of things are the best.
Me too.
So.
I like all the behind the scenes chit chat.
And we have a lot of uncut versions, so we could just start doing that whenever.
We have so much uncut shit because...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because you're horrible, Widow.
What else do we have to discuss?
We have to discuss, okay, so the guys, the thing's over, the shadow cats are eating, the dead people. They heard the deep growls of the shadow cats behind them. And Tyrion is on his own horse again.
He's not bound.
Not bound.
He's, armed.
Yep. And he's just got his own horse now.
Yep.
And, Marillion's on a horse. Yeah, and Marillion's on a horse, and Tyrion throws a jab his way because he walks up and he goes, by the way, Craven rhymes with Raven. So just throw that in your song. Listen, you are a cowardice bastard, so you can put that in your song.
Yeah, and then we end with him telling Catelyn, listen, bitch.
This
is where we get the discussion about Littlefinger.
This is where we get the end of it, where he goes, well, I was so rudely interrupted before.
Right. I never, ever, 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 ever bet against my family.
Yeah.
Because Lannisters are winners.
Exactly. So, and then, I wish that they had just put it like a line at, like the last line of this chapter could have been, and Catelyn stared at him incredulous.
No. I think he
like, shit, I've been wrong this whole time.
No, I think it was good because it was like end scene.
Yep. Literally.
I mean, it was a really good end scene.
Black.
Yeah.
It's like when
exit stage left.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
In the most horrible episode ever made of the TV show, but the ending was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The ending was pretty cool.
I mean, the whole Terminator thing was not my style, but...
Yeah.
I liked it.
Alright, so...
that's why we like the books better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I definitely like the books better.
Yeah.
So, we need a title for the chapter.
Now I can't remember what it was that you said at the very beginning that I thought was great.
Neither can I.
Oh, well then it wasn't that great.
Apparently it wasn't that great.
I think it was fantastic.
Throw out other options.
Yeah, we gotta throw out some other options. I like Shadow Cat Buffet.
No.
I mean, it's true though, they left like a whole bunch of dead people for the cats to eat. And before they even left the scene, those things were creeping up in the sides, and as soon as they were gone, damn, breakfast. Or lunch, I don't know what time of day it was.
It was morning.
Breakfast!
See, the one that I really, because I didn't think that beginning one was actually going to be a suggestion, I just, was part of what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
I actually came with a suggestion.
Okay, what's your suggestion?
It's a little Lovecraft.
Okay.
Because Lovecraft in these books,
it's
into
fair.
the mountains of misery, instead of into the mountains of madness.
I like it.
Into the mountains of misery.
I feel like until they get to the end of this episode, a lot of people are going to be like, that's not the right fucking whatever.
Well, they don't.
If they've never read it,
then... They don't hear the title until the end of the chapter anyway, so...
That's true, and we already have the explanation before it for the Lovecraft.
Yeah.
That's not too terrible.
I like Into the Mountains of Misery. That was what I thought of when I was thinking of it earlier.
I like it. And if they've never read the books before they listen to this,
I think it's really long, though.
It is, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I love Into the Mouth of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Lovecraft's theming is all over these books.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And they're going into the mountains
Yeah.
And it's like just misery for everybody. I mean, you got fucking rain.
So why don't you just call it
Shadow cats eating people.
Shadow cats eating the bodies.
Yep.
So why don't you just call it Mountains of Misery?
Because the title is Into the Mountains of Madness.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to call it Into the Mountains of Misery.
Okay. I like it.
And besides, it's Into is only one word longer than the Mountains of.
Yeah.
So.
See, one of my thoughts was, but it doesn't
Overruled
fit.
The Mountains of Misery.
Listen, you call me your tits. I'm the only one that can have party tits here.
Fuck no.
Alright, what do you got?
My first thought when I read it was, I do have tits.
Not the chapter title.
Yeah.
She's got tits.
I've got tits.
I said she's got tits.
Oh my god. Tyrion said she's got tits. But the first thing I thought of was out of the frying pan and into the fire kind of thing.
It's even longer than Into the Mountains of
It
Misery.
is. It is. What?
We never did talk about where after the fight, Bronn said, "Now all you need is a woman," and Tyrion said, "As long as she's willing," and got everyone laughing at him.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's true.
Bronn did say, "Now that you've been blooded, you have to fuck a whore."
Yeah.
No, he said you have to bet a woman.
And Catelyn's right there.
Fuck a whore.
Yeah, I know that's what he meant, but Catelyn was the only woman there.
Catelyn's the only woman there.
So he was like, well, I mean, she'll have me, sure, why not?
I mean, she fucking apparently had Littlefinger about 20 minutes ago in that conversation, so there was that.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you thinking? You were thinking of the title.
I was thinking of the title. So, cause out of the frying pan and into the fire is just, it's too long. It doesn't quite fit the right way, cause it's not like they got out of one bad situation. I mean, Tyrion did. He did kind of get out of one situation.
Yeah.
I was like, it had something to do, I think it's gone now, but it had something to do with the fact that he killed those 3 guys.
First blood?
Yeah, Tyrion's first blooding or something like that.
No, what if you just called it
was something
first
like
blood?
that.
Because it's like the first fight for the entire,
Tyrion First
war.
Blood Part 2? Like Rambo
Part 2?
First Blood Part 2?
Oh god, yes. Yes. Actually, I like that way more.
like that.
Tyrion First Blood Part 2.
I like that.
Rambo.
All those in favor of Into the Mountains of Misery. Oh, you're jumping ship on me.
She is. She likes the Rambo reference.
Oh.
So do I.
Don't be disappointed. I like the Rambo reference.
Oh, alright, so I guess we're going with Tyrion First Blood Part 2.
You might be a little...
It makes 0 sense, but I still love it.
Listen, it might make less sense, but Sylvester Stallone is incredibly proud of us right now.
Anyone who likes Sylvester Stallone will get the reference.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters.
I do like that it's Part 2, even though it's not part 2 of anything.
Can we find a picture of Peter Dinklage dressed up as Rambo to, like, put somewhere?
He doesn't...
I'm gonna maybe put it on the Instagram or something. Someone's photoshopped that somehow, some way, in some place. There's Photoshop things of everything.
Photoshop that if we really have to have it.
We don't have to have it.
Well, now that I've moved
it
to Linux, I will GIMP it.
Oh, GIMP. I like GIMP better anyway.
I do too, actually, now that I've used it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for anybody who's interested, in case this is something that you find awesome to do, the podcast now is 100% recorded, edited, produced, and posted using Linux and free and open source software. Mm-hmm. So rock on for us.
What does that mean?
That's just, we don't use Microsoft shit and Adobe shit anymore. Like, we're not using Audition, we're not using Photoshop.
Okay, so what does that mean for our listeners? Absolutely.
Nothing, it's just some people
who
like
do
that
similar stuff.
And they like to support programs that do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That use open source stuff.
Because I'm sure there's listeners who do the similar stuff to what we're doing right now.
So, we're using Audacity for the audio, we're using GIMP and Darktable for the images. We're using Cadian Live for the video.
Okay, so everything still runs through Linux, or not, what's that website?
Oh, everything is still hosted on Libsyn for now, which
Libsyn.
actually we're going to move away from Libsyn as well, and we're going to start hosting it ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
You start putting on IceAndFirePod.com?
Yeah, it's going to start, everything's going to start running, hopefully before the beginning of April.
Is Libsyn the one you paid for the year already?
No, that's Dropbox, completely unrelated to the show.
Okay.
That's just Dropbox that I use for backup storage. Like, I store all the files locally on my server.
I can't keep track of all
and
your
then
computer
I back it up to Dropbox, so I have it in 2 places in case something catastrophic happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, guys, we are not endorsed by any of these companies, so this is all just us being like, I'm just saying, like, this is all just us being like, these are fucking fantastic things to use.
It's tools that I use.
Friend to friend, this is what you want to use.
Yep. It's just the tools that we use.
Mm-hmm.
So, all free and open source, which is awesome. I love it. Other than that, what's our next chapter? Aria 3?
Aria 3. Number 3.
Yep. Aria 3. Aria catching cats, or trying to catch cats.
Yes.
And we come across...
Because Sirio says.
Yes, because Sirio says she has to catch cats.
Is Sirio Says better than Simon Says?
Ooh, it might be.
Ooh.
We'll have to discuss that next chapter.
Yeah, we will.
Yes, we will.
Catch us next time to find out if Sirio Says is in fact better than Simon Says, you guys.
All right. Until then, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Catch you later.
Bye, guys.